roads over the holidays. So if you're driving, be prepared.
If you are going to head out on the road in bad weather that has ice and snow, remember to prepare your vehicle ahead of time. Make sure your tires are properly inflated. Make sure your battery's in good shape. Put some new windshield wipers on your vehicle and top off the windshield washer fluid. Have an emergency kit in your vehicle, have jumper cables, some blankets, some basic tools. Probably the most important thing that you should have when you hit the road is a charged cell phone, so you can call for help in case something happens.
Good luck out there, and take a look at this scary situation. Yikes. A train near Chattanooga, Tennessee smashes into a semi-truck that was carrying a 60-foot-long piece of concrete. 3 locomotives, 10 train cars, all derailed. Smoke billowed from the tracks. 2 people were injured. They've been taken to a local hospital. Now some terrifying video of a woman being robbed at gunpoint while she's walking her dog. The thief was after something very specific in her purse. And what was it?
A 70-year-old woman is enjoying a morning stroll with her dog. Now keep your eye on that blue SUV. Out jumps an armed thug in a mask and hoodie. He even points a gun at the woman's pooch before grabbing her purse and running off. The entire encounter was captured on surveillance camera in broad daylight and lasted only 6 seconds. Diana DiGiacomo was visiting her daughter in the upscale Lincoln Park neighborhood of Chicago when it happened.
I was horrified. I was terrified. I called 911 and I just lost it. Because that's when it hits you that this guy just had a gun in your face and could have killed you.
She says the robber rifled through her bag before tossing it on the street.
I was stunned, and then I walked down the street, I picked up my purse, and my phone and wallet are still there. So I was thoroughly confused.
But there was a method to his madness, as the victim soon found out.
I walked back across the street to go down to my daughter's house, and I realized my car was gone. They watched me get out of the car. They watched me lock the car. They knew the key fob was sitting in the top of my purse.
And here they are, just a minute after robbing Diana. They're caught on another surveillance camera using her key fob to steal her car, while the getaway driver takes off in the blue vehicle.
Imagine, it's just infuriating to see the boldness of these people just taking your stuff.
Yeah, at 11:22 in the morning. I mean, it's no longer you have to worry about going out at night. You can't walk your dog in the morning.
Chicago police have located the car. They are now dusting it for fingerprints in hopes they'll track down the suspects. And this woman is scared because the man who raped her is getting out of jail. She was only 13 when she was attacked by a person known as the jogger rapist because he would jog through neighborhoods looking for his victims. But the serial rapist, who admits he assaulted at least 9 women, is now out of prison, and this woman is doing everything she can to warn people about him.
This woman is on a mission. Look at the sign she's carrying. Be aware. She wants everyone in this neighborhood to know that a convicted serial rapist has moved into their midst, paroled after 36 years.
He is in this area, and he will be in this area.
Tiffany Edens is passing out the flyers in Portland, Oregon. There's the mugshot. She's taping them on windows. She even has t-shirts with his image.
This man, Richard Gilmore, the jogger rapist.
She has special reason to be alarmed. Richard Gilmore was convicted of raping her in 1986. She was just 13 when he broke into her home. She shares her story as she canvasses the neighborhood.
I was the 13-year-old girl that he raped. There was another 13-year-old, a 15-year-old, 17-year-old, 16-year-old, on and on.
Daniel Tudor is another victim. She was 17 when Gilmore broke into her home.
As soon as he saw me, he rushed my parents' bedroom. A fight kind of ensued from that point, from being thrown onto my parents' bed to ending up on the floor before he finally raped me.
Gilmore admitted to raping a total of 9 teens and women, but he was only convicted in 1 case due to the statute of limitations. When he was finally released after serving more than 3 decades in state prison, Tiffany Eden and her supporters decided to spread the word after learning he was moving here.
He's housed in this area now. We have to be vigilant.
She shares a special bond with all the victims, one she hopes no one else has to experience.
We know what it's like, you know, for somebody to assault you, beat you, break into your home when you're a young girl. Richard Gilmore is ordered for at least 3 years to stay away from anyone under the age of 18. He will be on a 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew. And it was a festive office Christmas party with co-workers exchanging fun gifts. And one lady ended up walking away with the surprise that Les Frank tells us turned out to be anything but a white elephant.
This is the moment an office Christmas party led to an amazing surprise. Lori James and her co-workers at a dental office in Louisville, Kentucky were celebrating the holidays with a white elephant party. Never heard of a white elephant party? Well, everybody brings a wrapped gift, and then one by one, they can pick a gift from under the tree or take a gift that's already been opened by another guest. Lori's gift was a $25 TJ Maxx gift card, but a co-worker snatched it away. So Lori ended up with a scratch-off ticket. Now for the big moment. That ticket was worth $175,000.
It's an amazing Christmas story for sure.
I can't imagine what it was like for the person you took the tickets from.
Well, you kind of know with the game, right? That's how it's played. They kind of steal back and forth.
And here she is, Dr. Chelsea Wood, the dentist who had the scratch-off tickets before Lori snagged them. $175,000 that could have been yours.
Yeah, it could have been mine, yeah. Ultimately, Lori is so well deserving, and we're all over the moon for her.
As for the lucky winner, she's using the money towards her daughter's college tuition at the University of Kentucky.
She's like, Mom, I'm like, you're not going to have any debt, sweetheart. It's like, we can do this. He's like, oh my gosh, so it's a moment.
Life-changing for sure. We'll be right back.
Next, the governor's wife. What she's saying about the Harvey Weinstein verdict today. Then,
The mom who's making a list and checking it twice.
where to be, what to wear, even what to eat.
Oh my God, it's a lot of work.
Inside Edition with Deborah Norville. We'll be right back.
This season, you can spend less and make holiday dreams come true at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods. With amazing gifts for everyone on your list.
Type 2 diabetes? Discover the power of 3 in the Ozempic Trizone.
In my Ozempic Trizone, I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost weight.
Ozempic provides powerful A1C reduction. In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events, such as stroke, heart attack, or death, in adults also with known heart disease. And you may lose weight. Adults lost up to 14 pounds. Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or had multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis, gallbladder problems may occur, tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with the sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Join the millions already taking Ozempic. Ask your healthcare provider about the Ozempic Trizone.
You may pay as little as $25 for a 3-month prescription.
At Chevy, the holidays mean and doing things you love to do with friends and family. Visit your local Chevy dealer, and when you find your red tag, you find your deal. Then make the most of your time with the people who matter most. Find new moments, find new roads. Find your red tag and get $1,500 total cash allowance on all 2022 Equinox models. See your South Florida Chevy dealer.
The day after Harvey Weinstein was found guilty in California of rape, one of his accusers is lashing out at the disgraced movie producer's legal team, saying they ridiculed her. She's the wife of the governor of California, who says he's proud of her and the other brave women who spoke up.
California's First Lady comes out swinging at Harvey Weinstein after a jury deadlocked on her claims that he raped her 17 years ago. Harvey Weinstein is a serial predator, and what he did was rape, Jennifer Siebel Newsom posted. She also took aim at Weinstein's defense team. Throughout the trial, Weinstein's lawyers used sexism, misogyny, and bullying tactics to intimidate, demean, and ridicule us survivors. During the trial in Los Angeles, Weinstein's lawyers said the sex was consensual and hammered Siebel's testimony with statements like this. She made herself a prominent victim in the Me Too movement. Otherwise, she'd be just another bimbo who slept with Harvey Weinstein to get ahead in Hollywood.
The governor's wife had automatic credibility, call it first lady credibility, but it was squandered when the jury realized that she reached out in a friendly way to Harvey Weinstein after the alleged assault.
Siebel's husband